Hey guys, I'm Electric Warlock, and today we're going to build an automatic and infinite sugarcane farm in Minecraft Bedrock Edition 1.20. Here's the materials list. That's 47 solid blocks, any solid blocks you want. 8 pieces of glass, 13 redstone dust, 3 redstone repeaters, 1 observer, 1 dispenser, 2 pistons, 1 dirt block, 1 sugarcane, 2 hoppers, 2 chests, 1 lever, and a water bucket. I'll also put the materials list in the description so you can just copy and paste if you'd like. First, start by placing your 2 chests right next to each other. Take your 2 hoppers, place those into the side of the chest just like that. Make sure the nozzles are facing into the chest. Place your dirt block right there on the opposite side of the hopper from the chest. Place solid blocks around the hoppers and your dirt block just like this. Use your water bucket on the hopper that's next to the dirt block. Waterlog it. You need that for the sugarcane to grow. Build up a wall of solid blocks, just like this. It's going to be 5 high total, so it's 4 deep, 5 tall. Do that on both sides. Place down your dispenser on the solid block that's behind your dirt block, just like that. Make sure it's facing towards the dirt block. Place a piston on top of that dispenser, and then another piston on top of that piston, and then a solid block on top of that piston. Place your observer just like this. Make sure that the observer is looking down, and the powered output is on the top side of it. Place 2 solid blocks on this side of the observer. Place your sugarcane down on the dirt block just like that. This is why you need the water right here. If you don't have water adjacent to the block where you want to grow the sugarcane, then you won't be able to place the sugarcane there. So make sure you waterlog that hopper. Once you've done that, place glass here, here, and here. Go to the top of the build. Place a redstone repeater here, here. Give that 1 tick. And then place redstone dust here, 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 and here. Place your glass here, here, and then a solid block right there. Temporarily place a block here. Glass there, remove the solid block. Come here, destroy that block. If it's dirt or grass, something that an enderman can pick up, destroy that. You don't want the enderman picking up these blocks. Put some solid blocks in their place. And glass right there. A redstone repeater into the back of it just like that, facing the block that's underneath the dispenser. Make sure that has a full tick delay all the way to the back. Grab your redstone dust, place it here, 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 and here. When you're done, it should look exactly like that. When the observer sees the sugarcane grow, see how it's facing down there? When it grows up to that height, the observer will send a signal out. It's going to go into both this repeater and this repeater. The signal will go all the way through this redstone dust. It'll power this solid block, which also powers this piston. This redstone dust powers this piston. And when this solid block is powered, it'll also power the piston that's just below this upper piston. It'll continue through the redstone dust, power this redstone repeater, give a bit of a delay, power this solid block, which also in turn powers the dispenser. And if there's any bone meal in that dispenser, it'll use that on the sugarcane, causing it to grow again and do the whole process again until it runs out of bone meal. But even if you don't have bone meal, because of the observer, the farm will work even without bone meal. It's going to be a lot slower, but whenever the sugarcane grows naturally up to that height, the observer will see it, set off the machine, and harvest the sugarcane, putting it into your collection chest. Just in case you ever want to manually get this going, so put some redstone dust there, and then place a lever right here. So then you can put bone meal in the dispenser, come around to this side, and give that a quick double flick, just like that. And it'll set off. Now, if there's bone meal in the dispenser, it'll set it off and start growing. All right, so we're going to show it working with bone meal in the dispenser. Come around here. Put however much bone meal you want to put in there. We'll put in a full stack. For every stack of bone meal you put in the farm, you should get 2 stacks of sugarcane. So come around here, flick this lever twice. As you can see, it is harvesting the sugarcane. Hey guys, before we get to the results, like the video, subscribe so you know when other videos come out. Now let's see what this farm can do. Okay, so after 1 stack of bone meal, we have 2 stacks of sugarcane. Just like I said, can expand it, can tile it. To do that, remove this wall right here. Don't worry about your water flowing out. It's not a big deal. We can fix that. And remove that dust and that block. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Place dirt next to your original dirt, just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If it turns into grass, that's fine. Not a big deal. We can still plant sugarcane on that. Get some more hoppers. Place them facing into that hopper, just like this. That also stops the water flow. You need to put solid blocks in front of all your hoppers, just like this. And on the side. Get more water buckets. Make sure to place water on each of these hoppers. To place it on there, you will have to press shift or whatever your sneak button is, and then do your place item button. If you just try to do it without doing your sneak, it'll open up the hopper interface like that. So make sure you hold down your sneak button and then press your place button. Remove that block. Place solid blocks all along here. Place a dispenser on top of each of those solid blocks. Remove these 2 blocks. Place pistons on top of all of the dispensers. And then place another piston on top of those pistons. And then solid blocks on top of those pistons. Fill in this wall right here. Place observers all along here, just like the original piston. They want to be looking down with your power output on the top. Place solid blocks along the pistons here, or along the observers here. And then we got to do a little modification here. We're going to have to move this repeater setup. So just place a glass block right here. Break that, and that. And that. Place a repeater here and here. 1 tick delay on that repeater. Redstone dust there. That's all we did. We just moved this setup to the other side. You're going to place redstone dust all along these observers. Get a target block. Place it there. And while that's not really necessary, I like to put a piece of redstone dust on top of that target block just to make sure. But using a target block here causes that redstone dust to power that block. If you put just a regular solid block there, the redstone dust won't power that block. So it's got to be a target block. And when that target block is powered, it also powers this repeater. Okay, and then come down here. Place sugarcane at each grass or dirt block that you have down here. Place glass along here. We got to put in all of our repeaters back here. So destroy these blocks. If they're grass or dirt, something that an Enderman can pick up, destroy those. Because you don't want an Enderman picking up those blocks and breaking the farm. Place down solid blocks in their place, whatever solid blocks you want. A repeater facing into each block underneath the dispensers. And make sure these have a full tick delay. Move that second torch all the way to the back of the repeater. And then redstone dust all along these solid blocks. Okay, so once you've placed your redstone dust, then we need to power the rest of the pistons. Place solid blocks along the bottom pistons, just like that. Place redstone dust on top of all those solid blocks. So when you're done, it should look exactly like that. I have this lever switched on right now. We want to switch it off, and then we're going to go on and off again, so double flick. All right, so it's finished with all the bone meal. We put 1 stack of bone meal in each dispenser, which should give us 2 stacks of sugar cane per stack of bone meal. We did 8, so it should be 16 stacks of sugar cane. It's the hoppers are backed up right now. They're all of the sugar cane that we just farmed. It's still flowing in from those hoppers, but we'll let this finish up, putting it into the chest, and then we'll see how much we got. Okay, so all the hoppers have caught up. All the sugar canes in the chest. As expected, we have 18 stacks of sugar cane from 9 stacks of bone meal. But even if you don't use bone meal on this farm, it'll still work because those observers are always watching for that sugar cane to grow that high. And once any one of them does, all these pistons get activated. They all go into the hoppers and they all end up in the chest. Now, if you don't want the hoppers getting backed up like they did, you can change this up a little bit. You're gonna have to destroy this glass. Use the silk touch pickaxe to keep the glass from being lost entirely. You can always just pick it back up if you use the silk touch pickaxe. Destroy these solid blocks. Don't worry about the water, it'll get blocked in again. Also destroy these hoppers. Place the chest down just like this, the first one, just like that. Do that all the way across for each part of the farm. Destroy that glass so we can get in here. And then place hoppers facing into each chest. So into that one, that one. Do that for each one. And then put the glass back. Like that. So now when the farm goes off, for the most part, each one will go into its own chest. With the randomness of the direction when a piston breaks something, it might shift off to the side a little bit. So when this piston breaks this sugar cane, that sugar cane might come over here, end up in this chest. That's fine. It's not a big deal. It's just all we're doing here is try to keep these hoppers from getting backed up, and that'll work just fine. So we're gonna go one more round, another stack of bone meal in each dispenser to see how this setup works. Now we're going to do a double flick of the lever to get the farm going. Okay, so the farm is done running. A little bit more, almost 2 more stacks than that one. And then each one of these, almost 2 stacks. I guess some of them got shifted around. See, that one has a little over 2 stacks. Some of the sugar cane got shifted around a little bit, but it does keep the hoppers from getting clogged up. You have all of that sugar cane available almost immediately. So that's the full farm. Do a quick fly around here, show you the whole thing. Start with the front. So you've got all your collection chests with 2 hoppers facing into each one. The back hopper being waterlogged. Grass or dirt behind that back hopper with sugar cane on top of it. The dispensers behind the sugar cane, the pistons on top of the dispensers, and then the pistons on top of those pistons. Glass up front, just really so you can see what's going on. Solid blocks encasing the whole thing. We have a redstone dust laid out up here with our observers facing down, looking at the sugar cane as it grows, and then the power output up top to power all this redstone dust. We have our locked repeaters set up so that it only activates when a sugarcane grows. It will not activate whenever a piston retracts. This redstone dust going down, powering our pistons, and then powering the redstone repeaters down here with the full tick delay, which powers the block underneath the dispenser, which also powers the dispenser itself, using bone meal on the sugarcane if there's any in it, to start the whole process all over again. So you can start with this single sugarcane farm right here, just if that's all you have the materials for, start with that, and then you can just add on more to the side of it. Just as you get more materials, just tear down this wall and then add this same slice right here, add it here, another one here, until you have as many as you want. As long as it's in simulation distance, it'll work. So if you have any questions, comments, anything you want to know about, put it in the comments. Definitely let me know. Like the video, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Electric Warlock.